Hey y'all, it's been so long since I have popped on here. I took October off for the most part from social media. I popped on every now and then just to check in, but for the most part I was on a full break and it was really wonderful. But I wanted to just come on real quick because I am at a writer's retreat, doing a writer in residency this week, working on my book. And then working on the final draft of a tarot book that I'm making, and just quiet. I've been quiet. But I wanted to just say a couple of things because today's a big day in the United States of America. But it's not. And so we're making it out to be a really big day, but it is it's a means to an end, but the end is not coming, for a really long time. And so I just want everybody, if you happen to be listening to my voice right now, if you are here listening to this story, please know that we are in a long game. That for the first time in our lifetimes, more people have an understanding of what needs to happen for us all to have a better existence as a collective than ever before. And the decision that is made from this election, and that decision, could take a while because this is a different election than we've ever had. And that is why there is time in place in the electoral system. There is a process in place that is going to be utilized to its fullest capacity this time because of the fact that we have seen that the democracy we thought was intact is not. So more and more people are seeing something that many other people have known for a very long time. And this is a long game. And what happens tomorrow and moving forward is only one part of a huge, long road of dismantling and recreating new systems that we all have to buy into, or the majority of us has to buy into in order for us to do better and be better. And there's not going to be any magic that happens today or in the next 3 months. And if the incumbent wins, we still have to dismantle. So if the president stays in office, we still have to dismantle. And what you will continue to see is more blatant understanding of why we have to dismantle and rebuild other things. Okay. It took him and his administration going to the extremes that they went to for more Americans to understand that they cannot be complacent in their in democracy, that it is a long game and it is constantly flowing. And if you think you won, then you are living in a dream world. You always have to be working to sustain it. So we learned that from many of us, but more people understand it on a more visceral level now. than they did before. But regardless, the work still has to be done. Regardless. So we cannot consider ousting Donald Trump a victory of a war. It is just a battle that may offer more support to the dismantling. May. But if we as a collective, get complacent again, then it will do nothing. And so we have to continue to dismantle no matter who's in office. The systems have to go. And new ideas and opportunities need to take their place. And that requires long-term resistance. That requires long-term continued understanding of human history and why we are in the place that we are now, and how we need to do a whole lot of work on a micro and macro level. So that is not going to change. It doesn't matter who the president is for that. Shit was going down way before Donald Trump. Shit was going to hell way before Obama. Shit was going to hell for years and years. Shit never pulled itself together for a vast majority of our population. Ever. It was never going well for them. So please remember these things. Yes, we do not want a dictatorship, and we do not want an oligarchy authoritarian regime in place, right? Absolutely. But we also cannot become complacent if the other candidate that is not an open authoritarian goes into office. Okay? We have to be ready to continue the dismantling, to continue the changing, the paradigm shift within our minds, and to get out of our heads and continue to listen to our deep knowing and follow that. And create and manifest new possibilities from that space, not from fear, not from anxiety, not from stress, not from what we used to do or what we've always done. That's all up here. We need to be listening here. And turning off the fear so that we can discover the answers that we all have as human beings. That's our work. That's our work as human beings that are alive in this paradigm shift. We are the generations. We are the bridge generations. We didn't create the mess that we're in, and we are not going to live long enough to resolve it. This is a long game. But what we do right now, how we care for ourselves and how we care for each other right now, regardless of what the outcome of this election and the elections all over the nation for the different branches of our government, regardless of that, how are we caring for ourselves and each other? And what are we passing down to our descendants? That is our work. That is what will sustain, and that is what will keep us alive and recentered in a balance on this earth and a balance within ourselves, micro, macro. All right. It's all good, y'all. It's going to be fine. Y'all, we're all going to be okay. And we're not going to be okay. And that's the balance. Like, it is what it is. So we're all going to we're going to do our best to support everyone, to support all those who need equity. That is our work. White people, our work is to unsettle ourselves for the dismantling. BIPOC are already decolonizing. That is the work of our generations, regardless of who the president of the United States of America is.